It's tea time with the Pro Noun, the fastest moving golf show on the planet. Get the latest in local and national golf news with guests from around the world and around Central New York. Now it's tea time with the Pro Noun, sponsored by CH Insurance on News Radio 570 WSYR on 106.9 FM and live everywhere on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, Central New York. I'm looking out the window here at the WSYR studios. There are no clouds in the sky. I wonder what that means. Let me see. Who's going to be playing golf today? Who's going to be playing golf in some kind of a crazy format? Does he do anything else? The co-host today for the show, Joe Convertino, Jr., president of CH Insurance. Good morning, Joe.
I'm actually laughing. Harry.
Who else is going to play the whole weekend?
Harry.
It's Labor Day weekend.
It's
Usually
Labor
people
Day.
have picnics. They have picnics on Labor Day. Not Joe. He's playing three
I'm not.
days.
Not Monday.
All
It's
right,
my
tell
first
me what
day
you're
off.
doing.
It's Labor Day.
Tell the folks what you're
Well,
doing.
Perry, it's a Labor Day tournament. This is a weird one for me.
Okay.
18 today, 18 tomorrow, 9-hole formats. Captain and crew, two-man best ball, shamble, and alternate shot. My mind's
Alternate shot
My
with
mind's
you.
going to be racing.
Whoever's playing with Joe in the alternate shot, tell him to put his phone down and his cigar when he plays with you.
My mind's going to be racing, Perry. I got to think through the day.
Okay, and now we're going to go from the cavalry. Yeah, you have to think through the day. Now we're going to go to from the Cavalry Club. We're going to find out what our first guest did last week. He was in California.
Oh, no wonder he didn't text me.
Oh, yes, that's why. That's probably
He
why.
got to me, though, but it's okay.
He did. Okay, so he was in California at a big conference. Evidently, it was educational. But let's let him tell you. The Central New York PGA, former president of the section, Hall of Famer, and now he's sort of semi-retired and the number one salesman with Under Armour. What else?
Chairman of Bedrock.
Chairman of Bedrock, the tournament. Good morning, Trey Walewski.
Good morning, guys. And I did get hold of Joe.
Yes,
liar.
he did, from Detroit.
Yeah.
Right from that airport.
Trey, tell the folks what a rep does with your new lineup here. You were in California for a whole week?
Yeah, for the Zexio sales meetings. Zexio is a high-end premium golf club made in Japan. It's part of the Shrixon family. So we were there learning about all the new clubs coming out, all the new programs, and all the things. I have some exciting news, though. They have a new ambassador program, and I told them about this older gentleman I know. So
Older?
Somebody might be getting some free Zexio golf clubs.
Oh,
Yes,
Mike, he
yes.
waited long enough to get him.
I've been slaving for this opportunity to become an ambassador of a golf club company.
Congratulations. How are
Thank
you going
you.
to fit another thing into your life, Perry?
Talking about me, I hope.
No, this is Perry. Is this starting in 26?
Yeah.
Listen.
Next. Yep. And I'm signing up some staffers. I've talked to Linda Mulher, and we're going to focus on our focus is ladies and seniors, and so they gave me some opportunities to get some influential people to spread the word about our brand, and no one more influential than Mr. Perry Noun when it comes to golf and senior golf and super senior golf. And
Now, Trey, you know
golf.
who else is hitting those clubs?
I heard your wife is.
Linda Convertino.
Yes, and she's hitting it as far as she's ever hit a ball.
The driver.
The driver.
It's unbelievable, guys.
Yes, it
we
is.
got to work with her on her irons.
Trey, those shafts
great.
do what they say they can do. They're lighter, which means if they're lighter, you can swing them faster.
But you know, Perry, I don't see you hitting a senior golf club. It's meant for seniors and ladies. Mentally in your mind,
Wait a minute.
you won't hit it.
Trey knows this. Trey,
Slower
I called.
speeds.
Trey, I called the home office at Zexio. I talked to one of the reps there. Actually, he's not one of the reps. They call him one of the. He's not a rep. He's the guy that answers all the questions if you have any. So I did, and I said, that shaft was just too light. Not only is it light, but I said it's irregular. But it looks like it's going. It's
Floppy.
made for a woman. For
Right.
a woman.
So they fix it for you?
He said that they have a stiff shaft.
Okay.
So I've been using a stiff shaft with a light 40-gram 40 gram weight. Honest to goodness, I'm hitting balls that I haven't hit that far in I don't know how many years. I'm really
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I believe
it's
you.
remarkable. It's
The
remarkable.
ambassador, Perry Noun.
Oh my Trey, I'm so proud. I'm proud to represent you, Mr. Woluski.
Yeah, and if you guys saw the technology, people wonder because the clubs are very well, not in today's landscape because everything's expensive, but the technology that goes into these clubs is absolutely amazing. They tested 32,000 shafts before they came up with the right head and shaft combination. 32,000 different shafts. They showed us videos on it. We went through the plant and saw all the the assembly and everything, and it was pretty amazing, the whole thing. So, I mean, it was a long time to talk about golf clubs and programs. Got a little tired there, but our hotel was right on the ocean. Looked out my window, and I was right on the beach.
You poor guy. Did you get to play around out there?
No. They had us in classrooms all day long, and I tell you, I'm not going to eat Mexican food for a while because that's all they fed us for like 3 days. So it was like I've had enough guacamole to last me for a while, but. It was great. It was a great experience, and now added that to my Under Armour lineup and my Black Clover. So it's
he's the man.
I'm like an insurance salesman who has.
Look at him. But see, when I'm on the road, I maybe get a round or two in. All right, Trey. Before we let you go, next weekend is the
fifth major.
It's a major. Perry and I are coming, I guess, live. I got to get up even earlier to go out to.
So do I.
Oh, okay.
So do I, Trey.
What do you guys?
We're coming to do the show live at Meadowbrook.
Is the hub of golf in Central New York.
All right, explain this tournament for me, because Tim Deck and I think Perry's got a partner.
Like what you just described a little earlier. It's a scratch tournament. We do flight it in 9-hole best ball, 9-hole alternate shot, and 9-hole scramble. You're flighted after your first round, and so everybody plays with people of their similar, their similar play, and it's an all-cash payout, and we feed you all day long with great, steak sandwiches and all kinds of food and burgers and dogs and unlimited drinks on the course. And it's really it's not only a competitive tournament. Like everything at Meadowbrook, we want it to be fun, and we preach fun at Meadowbrook, and that's what the bottom line is. Even though it can be competitive and it can be fun. So
yes,
we're looking forward to having you guys here, and we'll have breakfast waiting for you.
It's a wonderful tournament, Trey. My son and I have played in it many years, and unfortunately, he's got a bad back. He won't be able to play, and I've been scrambling to find someone. But we are going to be out there live next weekend doing Tea Time with the Pro.
Tim Deck got to me before you did, so I'm already committed, Perry.
Okay.
And I know you wanted me, right?
I wanted you really bad, Joe. I wanted you really bad.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody wanting Convertino as a partner.
Yes.
But by the way, Joe can play. Make no mistake about it, Trey. He's a 3-time senior champ at Cavalry.
I have to play with him at the Pro-Am every year, and he's never in town.
While I'm out of town.
I always say, Dennis, hey, can you put me with Convertino? Oh, he ain't playing. He's probably playing somewhere, on a Daga or Oak Hill or wherever he is.
Yes. Hey, Trey, I'm glad you're back home safe and sound. We're looking forward to doing the show out there next week at the Bedrock, and those cash prizes are not exactly just $5 and $10 bills.
It'll be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, we pay out great. I got teams coming from Rochester, Buffalo, Utica.
It's big. It's big.
Yeah, the big hitters.
And we can buy some Under Armour.
Yes, you can buy Under Armour there. Hey, Trey, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
All right, have a great show, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, folks, do not touch that dial. We're coming right back with Victor and Angie. Well, Victor and Angie, who? We'll tell you later. News Radio 570, WSYR. Yes, sir. That's the kind of music we like on Saturday mornings here on Tea Time with the Pro Noun, the fastest moving golf show on the planet. Whoa, that's rock and roll. Our co-host today, Joe Convertino Jr. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend. However, it is time for the On the Green Report with the Kenster, Ken O'Neill.
Good morning, Perry. We have hole-in-ones for this week. On August the 19th, Chris Quilty on the 94-yard fifth hole at Burnett Park using a sand wedge. Andrew Rulikowski, August 19th, with a 190-yard third hole at Burnett Park using a 5 hybrid. Dave Ashbrook, August 16th at the 136-yard number 16 hole at Timberbanks using an 8-iron. Matthew Shipman, August 16th at the 141-yard number 4 hole at Timberbanks using an 8-iron. Mike Lamb, August 14th at the 170-yard 11th hole at Casanova Country Club using an 8-iron. Dick Dombrowski, August 9th at the 144-yard 7th hole at Old Oak using a 6-iron. James Holm, August 3rd at the 120-yard number 16 hole at Tanner Valley using a 9-iron. Bruce Sedlak, July 22nd at the 120-yard par 3 hole, 5th hole at Beaver Meadow using a 32-degree hybrid. And shooting your age, Bob Kawa, age 74, shot his age from the Gold Tees at Rogues Roost on August 22nd, witnessed by John Carbo, Rob Lewis, and Tom Donato. And today is the LPGA FM Championship at the Boston Country Club. It was darkness, so they had to suspend it for a while, and it's finishing the second round right now. Miranda Wang leads at 11 under. Madeline Sagstrom has 9 under, and you got 4 people at 8 under, and it's starting right now. And that's a look at the On the Green Report. I'm Ken O'Neill.
Hey, Kenster, thank you very much. We'll see you. Hear from you next week. And Joe, we've got 2 strangers to you, not strangers to me. A couple of months ago, I said, I'm going to get serious about this. People have been asking me about social media, this, social media, that. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to get into that little rat race there? And I said, the only answer I could come up with, folks, was why not? Why not? Let's touch base over there too. And I said to myself, maybe we can tell a story. And I said, gee, I don't have anything documented about the show, myself, or anything else about golf. I said, maybe it's time for me to do it. Like, and have a little, instead of writing a book, maybe we do this and have it on social media forever and let the kids look at it. So I met Victor and Angie. I don't even know what their last names are. I don't care. I don't care how old they are. I don't know birthdays. I don't know my children's birthdays. But Victor and Angie came into the Pro Noun's life, and they do things on social media. So here, I want to introduce Victor and Angie because they have an announcement to make about what they're going to do for Tea Time with the Pro Noun. So I'll give it over to you, Victor.
Hey, you've got us. So at Biz Fix, what we're doing with Perry Noun here is we're fully managing his social media profiles. That means his TikTok, his Instagram, his YouTube, his Facebook, and his LinkedIn.
Oh, gee, all of them?
Perry Noun on
gee.
TikTok.
Oh, dear.
Just wait. When you get out there and see some of these videos and some of these shorts that we got on there.
Okay. In fact, somebody told me, they saw me on TikTok the other day. They put that one when I was in New Hampshire.
Yep.
And that driving on that hole.
Yep.
And I was talking about the golf course. You remember the segment we had with the manager, the general manager? So I said, "Well, you think we're going to walk around the golf course without me hitting a ball?" So I walked up to the tee and I was praying. I mean, it's one of the longest shots I had the whole day. I split the fairway. I couldn't believe it.
You almost fell over.
I can't hit it that far. That was my tagline, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I can't hit it that far. And by the way, every day, who's this gal? This is Angie. So what does Angie do for Biz Fix?
I'm actually managing all of the social medias firsthand. So the posting, the engagement, letting him know who's reaching out to him, and keeping him active on there.
She calls me every day in the afternoon. I get a telephone call. Perry, somebody said something. They asked you a question, so I have to give her the response, right? Because I can't do that. I made a mistake. I asked somebody a question, right? Bad deal, right? Bad deal to do that.
A can of worms.
Oh, I opened a can. I shouldn't have done that. I won't do that again to you, okay? I won't get you in that position again. So, now, what are the folks who listen to the show? How do they get on all of these platforms?
Of course. Now, for everybody who wants a central hub or a base of command here, we created and published Perry's very own new website, perrynoun.com, where not only do we have links to each of these platforms where viewers from the community can come check them out, but we also have some other behind-the-scenes aspects and videos and content that you might not see on these other channels. So definitely get out there and make sure you check out perrynoun.com.
Okay, perrynoun.com. They can get a link to all of this on my website?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, and you found that It was amazing. You found PerryNoun.com available.
Yeah, you lucked out there. That's a gold mine. That's a gold mine.
It's so simple.
Exactly.
PerryNoun.com.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I am
I
now.
just looked it up. It's beautiful.
So don't forget it.
Okay, so so now I have a website, and now we've got we're going to be sending out some videos, and I decided that there are a lot of little stories and sort of like pronounisms, whatever you want to call them, and I want to try to share that with not only younger golfers, not only juniors, but seniors, men, women, flat bellies, competitive golfers, everybody, because I fully believe that golf mimics life so well that it's almost scary. I look at golf in terms of eras, 10 years. I happen to be on the 18th. I'm playing golf, right? So when I'm born, by the time I get to 5 or 6, I'm on the first hole. I'm playing golf on the first hole between 1 and 9 years old. When you get to 10, now you got another era there because you're in your teens, right? And then you get in your 20s, and then your 30s, and your 40s. Let me see. By the time you get to your 80s, it's the last hole. So I'm playing the last hole. I admit that. I'm playing the last hole of competitive golf, or in my career, I'm on the 18th hole. But there is hopefully a 19th hole, because that's the clubhouse. You can go out and practice. You can go out and play a couple of holes, but I'm certainly not going to be on the schedule I'm on now. I mean, yesterday I played 28 holes. I must be nuts. But I only did that because I was disappointed with the first 18.
Yeah, right.
I played 10 more holes because what are you laughing at?
No, it's great.
Huh?
It's great.
So this is what we're going to do, folks. We're going to try to get everything out there, and we'll be doing videos with Joe wherever we go. We'll send them to you, especially at the Bedrock next week. Travis will send them to you, and then you guys put them out there.
Exactly.
All right? We'll be right there live at Meadowbrook, and the folks will be getting a chance to see what the average folks do. Not the ones on television every weekend. We already know that, right? Exactly. And they're making their millions of dollars broadcasting, and this is going to be more down to earth, more reality, all right? Exactly. Because we've got people who smoke cigars and have cell phones and have a couple of beers on the golf course, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, it's been fun so far.
Likewise.
But this is still a little trial period, right? Because we don't know how this is going to work out.
And this is going to depend on the community and the viewers here. So make sure you're going on the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube, and the Facebook, and leaving comments, because we do everything based on the community-centric. So if you guys aren't leaving comments, giving us some direction, I don't know.
That's right, because we want to know from them.
100%.
What do they want us to do? If there's something that they think we should cover, they got to let us know.
Exactly.
And we'll try to cover it for them.
Exactly. Make it interesting.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the company, Biz Fix.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
the name. Why don't shout out for Biz Fix. Explain a little bit about it for our listeners.
So Biz Fix, we help small businesses across CNY launch or get to a new level through marketing, lead generation, software implementation. I know that's a big one, and also just virtual assistants, exactly. So if we take a step back and we look at those 4 aspects, those encapsulate the problems that most small businesses have. One, they don't have people coming to them. These people locally don't know how to find these businesses because they don't have an online presence. 2, lead generation. We center and source these leads directly to them. You know, if you're a contractor, we help run Google ads so that these leads are directly coming to you. 3 would be software implementation. Most of these small businesses do not have a website these days, which is shocking. And unfortunately, due to the lockdowns, it forced most of the consumers online. So if you don't have a website, you're already out of the races there in most cases. And then 4 is the virtual assistant. This is what we're doing primarily with
virtual
Perry.
assistant, like
Exactly.
Angie is for me.
Exactly.
Oh.
Angie, a dedicated
Okay.
virtual assistant. So basically, as you can see, Perry does a lot in his life. So we would never imagine him to be able to have the man hours in a week to be able to put together all of these things. So by having a virtual assistant for the fraction of the price of an employee, you can get all of those things, or a generic business owner can get all those things done in a month.
Yeah, and you know, small businesses, sole proprietorships. It could be a photographer, it could be a plumber, right?
Exactly.
Just trying to get the word out there to help him improve his business, increase his business.
Well, I've Perry has seen us in action for years, and, I've talked to him. It is about a story, right? And this guy is legendary, and it's important for him to get out there, and he's got a lot of things in archive that sounds like you guys are bringing it to life, right? And it's great stuff. So it creates engagement. I've seen it in our business, right? We're in a boring business, insurance. If I say insurance to you and premiums, I hate that stuff.
It depends.
We try to make, in our world, a little bit of fun, likability, but professional.
Exactly.
And that's what you do to bring people to life or businesses to life. So shout out to you guys.
As you know, Victor and Angie, you may not know. I know because I pay attention. Nobody has established a brand better than Joe Convertino has branded CH Insurance. He's on television. He's on the radio. He's in newsprint. Yeah. He even plays golf with me. Yep. All right, and we have some fun on the show. Yep. As you can tell, we like to have fun. But nobody's branded a business better than Joe has. So he's been in there. And on television, that doesn't exactly cost $95.99. You know what I mean? So he spends a lot of money doing it because it's important. Exactly. And the small businesses don't have the same resources as CH Insurance. And so you're helping the small business.
Exactly.
Biz Fix, that's what they call it. So how are they going to get in? What if an entrepreneur out there wants to do something with Biz Fix? How are they going to get in touch with you?
If you are an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur like myself, you're a small business, looking to launch, you're looking to go to the next level, you can get to us at bizfix.org, or you can check us out on Instagram if you want to vet us a little further, BizFix Syracuse. But like I tell everybody, we're in the office 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekdays, most days. So feel free to give us a shout. It doesn't have to be sign the contract day one. You can definitely mull things over, have a conversation, and see if it works for you.
Okay, Victor, Angie, thank you for coming in.
What about their golf games?
Who
plays golf?
No. That's okay. I'm going to get them into golf. Don't worry about it because I told them I don't deal with anybody unless they're either directly or indirectly involved with golf. I'll get them out there, Joe. Don't worry about it.
Can I be the fourth?
Yes, you can be the fourth. You can be the fourth.
Personal trainer.
All right, folks. Don't you dare leave us. We're coming right back with Tom Gorman, and I don't know what he's going to say. News Radio 570 WSYR. The tea time with the Pro Noun. We're back here in Syracuse, New York at the WSYR studios. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Perry. I'm proud of you.
Why?
Next level stuff. What are you, TikTok? TikTok?
Somebody told me they saw me on TikTok.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, a website.
Yes, I know. Well,
listen, cow.
Let's get to our guest here because I did some research, Joe, and our guest. I won't introduce him yet. On the captains of the Ryder Cup.
Yep.
And the captains of the Ryder Cup who were also playing captains of the Ryder Cup. And I found out that when you're a playing captain of the Ryder Cup, the teams do fairly well. And when there isn't a captain, the United States hasn't exactly been a stalwart in playing against the Europeans. But the last time we had a playing captain was when
Arnie?
Tiger did it. Yeah, but the playing captains do fairly well. Now I'm convinced that Keegan Bradley made a mistake. I can't believe that one person in this new format for the Ryder Cup is going to devote all of his time and energy. They're still going to have their coaches telling them what to do. They're still going to have their physical therapists and psychological coaches.
Well, they
telling
got
them
three
what to
assistants for God's sake.
Three assistants. So that's what I say. But I don't know. Maybe our next guest won't agree with me. Let's introduce our Hall of Famer from the Central New York PGA, the exceptional golfer, been on the Rules Committee of the PGA of America for 39 years, over 39 years. Mr. Tom Gorman, good morning.
Terry, I told you Keegan wouldn't pick himself anyways.
Right.
You really don't know. You really don't know what you're talking about. Things have changed. Way back when Palmer was captain, we used to win all the time, and it didn't matter who was captain. And now with the pressure and everything and the quality of the players, there's a lot to figure out, putting the team together and the morale and whatever. and he has 5 vice captains to watch every single match. In the pairings, there's a tremendous amount of pressure, Perry, and for him to try to go out and play, and then especially if they lose some points, Perry, he cannot play. I told you he wasn't going to play, and you got all these other players that are playing just as well as he is. Just because he won twice doesn't entitle to him. Maybe he does entitle to him if he wasn't the captain. He could have been a captain's pick, but with the pressure of being captain, he's got to run the team, Perry, with an iron hand.
Plus, it's in his hometown or near his hometown. But he's right. Maybe the media guys, think about it. If they win, it's because probably he didn't play. If they lose, there might be less pressure, or they can say if he played, he won. So it's a catch-22. But I kind of agree with Tom, Perry.
Listen,
I
watched the press conference. I was really proud of Keegan. Okay, he handled himself exceptionally well. He explained why he felt he didn't have to play. That's okay. I understand all of that. I'm just saying that this is like almost analysis through paralysis. Please, stop it. Just go out and win.
Hey, Perry, just get your butt down and stand on the first tee of the first match when everybody's going USA, USA, ole, 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 and you got 10,000 spectators there, and see the amount of pressure there is on the captain. I hope you get to do that. With all your pull, you probably should have free tickets anyways, and maybe you could take Joe with you. But get your butt on the first tee down at the Bethpage, and you see where the pressure is on the captain.
I believe there's pressure on the captain. Just look at the record of the Ryder Cup over the last 20 years. You talked about it before of how the Europeans seem to be, or at least most of the pundits talk about the camaraderie that they have that's better than the Americans. But even when Azinger put those teams together, right, because of the chemistry, the team chemistry, well, and when you make a pairing and it does not have that same chemistry, and the two players almost don't appreciate each other in some ways, bad things happen. Bad things happen. And they have to the Americans.
Yes, they have. But you're right.
When they put Tiger Woods and Mickelson together, really, that's such a whatever. And Phil Mickelson was on about 7 or 8 Ryder Cup teams, and he never should have been on one because his attitude was so indifferent. In other words, it was the end of the season, and he stunk the joint out. If you look at his record, the ones that really want to be in there, like I bet Cameron Young plays well. I bet Cantley plays well. His picks in Burns, those guys will play well. Henley will play well. So, but they're up against some really tough competition. What's going on the other side, Perry. Fleetwood, who just won $10 million in that phony $40 million, whatever you want to call it, yep, thing, is on that team with Rory, and you can go on the list with Rahm and all those players over there. It's going to be a tough go.
But Perry, you're right. Perry's right. Fleetwood won last week. Did you see all the boys go over and hug him from that? Now, that doesn't happen with American guys for some reason.
It does.
A little bit, but did you see that there was a difference last week?
Yeah.
They were all there hugging him, and it felt like the start of what was coming. I don't know.
I think the Americans are getting the message. I think they're trying to be a little bit more team-oriented.
Good.
I think they are. But it's going to be a wonderful Ryder Cup. And I can't wait. I can't wait till it gets here. By the way, Adam Schupak was also. He asked some questions during that press conference. We had Adam on last week, as you know, folks. Great questions, articulate. He's one of the best golf writers in the country.
Yes, he is.
He really is. Tom, it is time for the On the Green Report with not the On the Green Report. It's time for the golf rule of the week from Mr. Gorman.
Well, I thought you forgot for a minute there, Perry.
No.
We're talking about loose impediments, and these are natural or artificial objects that are not treated as part of the challenge of playing the course. So you're allowed to move anywhere, and on the golf course to move loose impediments. The caveat is if your ball moves while you move a loose impediment, costs you a shot. You do not have to replace the loose impediment, but the other thing is that to remove loose impediments, you can use your towel or hand or hat or whatever, and for removal, and you can get help in removing a loose impediment. The big controversy came back years ago with Tiger Woods in the desert when they rolled that boulder out of the way. You remember that?
I remember that they moved that huge boulder, probably weighed 400 pounds. Yes, I do.
You can get help, Harry. You know, as old as you are, you probably need help in removing a beer can.
Okay.
You can get help, a large tree branch or whatever. So be careful with loose impediments. Great rules change. It costs a lot of tournaments that are lost because people touch the loose impediment in a penalty area, or it used to be a hazard. And I remember Peterson at the PGA Championship, and the last round cost him 2, which was the stupidest rule. There's another rule at the USGA. It took him 100 years to figure out, Perry.
Yes, it did. Hey, Tom, thank you very much for a very lively debate this morning and discussion. Looking forward to talking to you next week, Tom.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you.
See you later. There he goes, Tom Gorman. Folks, are coming right back with another announcement. Jason Pratt, strength and performance coach. It's official. He's going to be telling out Tea Time with the Pro Noun. 570 WSYR. Holy smokes. Joe, that music is too loud.
I've been telling you, will you loosen it up?
Come on, give us a little Sinatra or something, or Barry White.
Coldplay.
Who? Coldplay. All right, Joe, we have a guest on the line who has been a licensed physical therapist for over 25 years, 19 years as a certified strength and conditioning specialist. But listen to this, his training focuses on enhancing athletic performance, injury prevention, and recovery with professional athletes. Ooh. Yep. And collegiate, amateur, in a variety of sports. And that's what he does. He's also been the current director of, he is the current director of therapy services for Oswego Health. None other than Mr. Jason Pratt. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, okay. Listen, we got Joe Convertino here who needs help, Jason. Yeah. Joe needs help.
Well, if Perry goes to you, looks like I'll be there.
Anyway, okay, so now your experience with athletes in particular, because I've also told Joe, but not the audience, you have worked on me when I have been injured, especially my back and the other issues that I have. I don't know if I've been a good customer. I've probably been a pain at sometimes, pardon the pun.
No. Actually, obviously anyone could probably guess that Perry's going to do well with trying to take care of himself if anyone knows his routines that he already had before he met me. And then they've only, I think, gotten more extravagant as time's gone on. So, yeah, you've done great with yourself over the years, and obviously the proof is in the pudding, right?
Well,
with your outcomes. So.
I've tried. It's not easy because you got to work. It's a job. It really is a job. You got to do it religiously. If you're going to just say talk about longevity, you've got to work at it like a job. But let's take a golfer for example, who's let's just talk about somebody who's in their 40s to 60s. All right, that's a 20-year span. And from a prevention point of view, what are some of the things that you've done with golfers who have been, let's say, competitive golfers or just recreational golfers?
Yeah, I've had many golfers, and I've had pros come through, golf course pros come through my office, and and it's interesting how in the golf world that we'll look for a lot of other reasons for why our swing is not the way it is, rather than our own physical abilities, right? And as you age a little bit, there's a lot of room to tighten up, because if you have desk work, you're not as active as you might be. Golf might be your main activity, so there's usually some room for improvement to get the range of motion and the strength and the motor control that your body needs to create the swing and the ball path that you want. It reminds me of we didn't rehearse this, and I guarantee you we'll get the right thing. But Perry, what do you always say about nothing else matters in golf except what? When you're talking about hitting the ball,
your health.
Nothing else matters in
when you're on the course. When you're on the course.
Oh, your mental approach.
Yeah, when you say your club face, when it hits the eye contact, nothing else matters.
Okay, yes, I got you.
And
the
sweet spot.
To get to there,
okay.
And to get to there, everything's got to happen right, and obviously, so to get your body to make it right, to give it a little bit of attention, and it's beyond like what pros will work on your technique, your setup, your stands, however, working on yourself to get to be able to do what the pro wants instead of trying to just change and adapt to your body, try to get your body adapt to what you want your swing to be. Right. And so those things sound performance, right? However, that's also going to help you with your injury prevention too. And when I think about injury prevention in general, and I go to the back, which is your problem, right? And particularly your core, your pelvic, lumbo-pelvic, and hip control and movement. So that's where I like to target first when you're looking at a golfer, is to make sure that they have those kind of basic fundamental hip hinge, and so that they can, because all your movement happens around the center of your body, right? So that's what you want to control the most, and you have the most power to control. That's usually the easiest place to start.
Mm-hmm. So, Jason, you're helping with more the stretching, the exercises. You're not in chiropractic, correct? You're more
right.
So
right.
Give our listeners a little bit. We come see you. Probably have a quick evaluation. Is it stretching? Do this at home 2 nights a week or in the morning? Talk a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah. So generally, it's nice to get individual attention, right? So to be able to come in and get assessed, and there's a good personal trainers out there, physical therapists, probably chiropractors as well. Someone that's going to give you some individual attention to assess your individual needs, like where are you tight, where you might have some energy leaks and some weaknesses or lack of motor control. And that you can target your specific problem, obviously, if it's outside of pain. I mean, pain is obviously something that everyone would target right off the bat. So, making sure you have adequate strength, range of motion, and motor control, starting at the hip and stuff, what you want to make sure is you have, with your trunk, you have some rotational ability, right? So you want to make sure you can rotate. Like, this is one of Perry's issues, too. When we look at specificity for the patient, like Perry, rotation was difficult for him at one point, and to try to get that back slowly without irritating anything when you're dealing with an injury in recovery can be, you need some attention, some professional attention to make sure that, you're bringing them back slowly without, causing more injurious pressures. So.
Yeah. And that means that everybody is different. The assessment is critical, because some 40-year-olds act like they're 20 and some 40-year-olds act like they're 60. So there's a different set of it. But listen, one of your bullet points that you sent me is so profound, I've got to mention it. Jason. Listen to this, Joe. If you are training for injury prevention, you are training for performance. Oof. Jason, that is so profound in the game of golf. I mean, as you probably know, and I've told you and many people, I refuse to go on the golf course without doing my pre-round routine, period. I refuse. I won't go to the driving range. I won't do anything until I finish my strength.
So when I get into the car and rush with my phone to the range, does that help?
Oh, sure, that helps a lot, Joe. By the way, how many injuries are created just by going to the golf course, taking a couple of swings, and expecting your body to perform? That's ridiculous, I think, Jason, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what you're doing, and this is the biggest problem with injuries in general, is you're surprising your body. Your body gets surprised, and that's what causes these injuries, right? So the idea of what you're doing before you get on the course is before you swing and do your sport, you are preparing your body to handle those forces. And you're not going to surprise your muscles, your joints, and the pressures that you apply to yourself when you're doing a ballistic swing. You're going to slowly graduate into a ballistic kind of swing by slowly introducing your range of motion and let these muscles know, like, oh, you're going to have to operate at end range here, where they're not always normally working, right? So you basically just warm up is more like make sure you don't surprise your body.
There you go. Folks, by the way, we're listening to Jason Pratt, 25 years physical therapist and strength and conditioning specialist. Jason, this is too good. This is too good, but we're going to talk again about each individual getting an assessment first from whomever, and then having a set of stretching exercises that they can perform before they even go out on the golf course. And guess who else does now? If you look at the PGA Tour, there's a mobile unit there with the physical therapist. Those guys won't do it either right now, and they're in their 20s and 30s.
Right. And they all have a Dr. Holly Noun.
They used to laugh at me when I was on the driving range on my towel doing.
I got you. That had to be funny.
Until a PGA Tour started doing it. Jason, this won't be the last time we're going to have you on, young man. If you're up to it, we're going to do this with strength and conditioning.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah, happy to be a part of it.
Thank you.
All right, Jason, thank you very much. I'll give you a call in a couple of days.
All right, sounds great.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
It's Labor Day, Perry.
I mean Labor Day.
It's
Day.
okay.
Sorry.
I wish it was May.
Okay, Jason. See ya.
Take care, guys.
Okay, there he goes.
What a great guy.
Oh, you should see him work. Oh, by the way, he is ripped too. Is
he turning you into a specimen?
No, I'm not a
Perry,
I am a specimen now.
Speaking of Labor Day.
Yeah, speaking of Labor Day.
Fran Brown, year 2.
I know.
SU football. Tennessee.
Yes.
Today at noon.
Yes, Tennessee.
Can you believe it?
Yes.
Tennessee, SEC.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like Syracuse. Come on,
baby.
Come on, give me a break. Of course, I like Syracuse. I want Syracuse to win. They have one of the toughest schedules in the country,
they
Joe.
do.
Think about that now.
5 tough away games.
No kidding.
But they're going to get it done. I'm bringing you to a tailgate this year, Perry.
A tailgate party?
Yep, up with my father, and we're going to have some fun.
Do you park up near the field?
Outside of the dome.
Outside.
Yep, we'll get a nice warm day for you, but you can't play golf that day, Perry.
I can't play golf.
It's a Saturday if we take you.
Can I smoke a cigar?
Yes, you can.
And bring my cell phone, Joe? Okay, Joe, good show. Thanks to Victor and Angie. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Allison. Folks, we'll see you next week, God willing. News Radio 570, WSYR.